When asked about Warframe tips, a lot of other fellow Warframe enjoyers will suggest some general stuff and things they learned to help new players. To be fair, in most cases, those are really good tips and advice. But today I decided I will show you practical gameplay tips and the secrets that will make this game easier and faster. Starting off with the Citus bounties, in a lot of these bounties you will have to find, hack and protect a Grineer drone. This is fairly easy to do, but sometimes in some locations the drone is very hard to find. It is so hard that you will start thinking that something is wrong with the mission. That is not the case. If you want to find this drone as quickly as possible, just go straight to the middle of the yellow circle. The drone is always at this spot. You may not see it at first, but trust me, it is always in the middle. Speaking of finding things, in a couple of missions there are up to 3 hidden caches. You can recognize these caches by their distinctive white color and the subtle humming sound when you are near them. Opening these caches will give you some specific rewards and resources, but absolutely no one enjoys looking for them. Doing this is time consuming because in most cases you have to go through the entire map, and in the end the stuff you get doesn't really make you happy. To make this process somewhat easier, equip at least one loot detection mod and use a Warframe like Limbo or Xaku. Just like any other cache or resource, these ones are also shown as little squares on the map. As you are moving through the map, occasionally use Xaku's or Limbo's fourth ability and pay close attention to the map. If the squares don't move, there is a strong chance that it's a special cache. I would also suggest putting vacuum or fetch on your companions so that you can collect resources from a distance and thus clear the map faster. With the update Jade Shadows, we were introduced to one of the most annoying enemies in the game. I am of course talking about Jade Eximus. This green laser has permanently uninstalled more people than the self-inflicted damage back in my day. I am personally fine with occasionally meeting Jesus, but I am assuming most of you aren't. There are a couple of ways to survive this threat. What most normal players do is invest their skill points into a skill called moving around. However, I know that some Warframe players aren't really into doing that.
Stop it. Get some help.
If you are one of these people, just shoot the laser until it disappears or shoot the Eximus until it does the same. I am pretty sure that we will all agree that one of the best things society has ever given us is child labor. There are children in this game, and because of some spoilers, I won't go too deep into that, but I am exploiting the hell out of my kid, and so should you. The main applications of this tool include being invulnerable to avoid some annoying sources of damage, hacking some stuff while invisible, and with some good arcanes and amps, you can also teach your kid the wonders of the afterlife. Also, this very weird movement skill can help with navigation around the map. Just like the kids, there are also their creepy uncles and aunties in this game. However, unlike in real life, if you want to get rid of them, you can just shoot them. After dealing with these guys, you can also trade them with other people. Child labor and slavery. And people still ask me why do I play this game. I am assuming you already know about Requiem mods, and I just want to shift your focus to all mod. It can be obtained either by buying it from other players, or you can get it after defeating your adversary. There is another way, and that is Requiem mod transmutation. You can transmute normal or depleted Requiem mods, and if you have sacrificed something important to the RNG gods, you might get all. One of the most annoying things you have to do in this game is leveling up items. I have spent a lot of time in Warframe, and this is something that I passionately hate. I hate doing this more than I hate doing railjack missions. Most people level their stuff either by doing Sanctuary Onslaught or by doing these small map defense missions. There is also a very fast way to level stuff by eliminating Eximus enemies in the open zones, and if you are interested you can find a much better video about this. If you want to level one specific weapon, clear out your loadout and only equip the weapons you want to rank up. I'm not gonna go into how affinities are shared between weapons and warframes and how to level items, but if you have less weapons on you, those weapons gain more affinity. Hunting animals has always been done under the guise of conservation. Doing this activity didn't have any real benefits other than gaining standing or buying some cosmetic items. This all changed with the companion rework, and now, just like many of you, I have to shoot a bunch of animals to get these mods. The hunting process usually begins with finding tracks, calling the animal, and all that nonsense. You don't have to complicate your life with all that, because animals can be found roaming the wilds, and zooming in with a tranquilizer rifle will also point to them if you are near enough. If you want to catch a lot of random animals very fast, get yourself a fast Warframe and just run around shooting every non-human looking creature you can find. Since we are already talking about these questionably adorable creatures, you don't need the tranquilizer or rifle to catch them. The only thing you need to do is put them to sleep, and luckily for all of you cheapskates out there,
gotcha, bitch!
Some Warframes have sleep-inducing abilities. There are a lot of different ways to get resources in this game, and one of them is mining. What most people do is go solo to the open zone and then mine stuff. While this method works wonders, it is not really the most efficient. What I am about to tell you is completely ethical, and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. You can always mine stuff. It doesn't matter if, let's say, you are in the middle of doing a bounty with other people. They can do the bounty and you can do whatever you want to do. Just don't let them catch you, because they might, I don't know, tell you to help them or something. When I think about this, hunting animals can also be done while doing bounties, but be more careful. I am not sure, but I am assuming when you capture an animal, every player sees this screen, so they will know something weird is happening. A lot of smart people say that humans are social creatures. I don't know what kind of grass they are smoking, because every time I go outside, everyone is avoiding me. I cannot imagine why, but I know it's definitely their fault. Playing with other people has a lot of benefits. Mainly, you can do whatever you want and everyone else can do what you are supposed to do. Sometimes, however, doing things alone is much faster. In my experience, this game is very easy. But if you introduce any sort of thinking and some sort of organized gameplay, most players don't seem to understand how things are supposed to work. Don't get me wrong, playing with other people is fine, but doing stuff on your own can be much faster in some cases. If you have been following what I am doing, you may remember or recognize some of these. I don't really feel the need to explain myself, but I actually wanted to make a full-on video with some things I find to be practically useful. Enjoy the rest of your life and let me know what do you think about this.